Cool.
Great.
Go team.
Oh, we look so funny in our crowns.
I know. Here,
I love that. I love that you're wearing a baseball hat. That worked out really well.
That did work out really well.
Hello, welcome to Hotcakes. This is the podcast with craft opinions that no one asked for, but everybody needs. I am Jules from Juliette Pécaut Designs.
I am Sara from Boston Fiber Company.
And we're here to give you our hot takes.
Yeah.
You may have noticed that we are wearing crowns on our heads today. That is because this is the special edition of Hotcakes, the Christmas in July episode.
Woohoo!
Woo! So we're wearing
It's the most
paper crowns.
sunniest time of the year.
It's
We are wearing paper crowns. As you can see, mine is over my Red Sox hat because I am going to a baseball game tonight. Because my dad is singing the national anthem and the Canadian national anthem.
Wait, no way, that's crazy.
Isn't that fun? His music, his big choir is singing.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's
I'm going
way
to see
cooler
my
than
dad.
Christmas in July.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
by the time this is out, it'll be done.
Okay. Well, congrats to your dad. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
So this is a plug for the Apollo Club. My dad's part of it.
Yeah, these are my paper crown patterns. By the time you're watching this pattern will be out because I'm releasing my Christmas, my new Yuletide collection is coming out on July 1st.
Which
is Tuesday.
Yeah, sure.
This will come out after that.
So it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter. New Yuletide collection is out now as you're watching.
Yeah.
And that also means we have started our Christmas in July make-along.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make a Yuletide crown. That's a good.
You should make a Yuletide crown.
That's a good.
I'll send you the pattern.
Thank you. Because I'll be part of the make-along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be part of the make-along. So the rules for the make-along are you have to buy or you have to use either Sarah's yarn from Boston Fiber Company or one of my patterns.
Yep.
And you don't have to it doesn't have to be a Christmas pattern specifically. You can do any like winter holiday project.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to, either use Sarah's yarn or use one of my patterns or do both. And then you get 2 entries.
Yep.
And the entries get you into a raffle for a prize. There's going to be 2 winners. Each winner is going to get a gift card to Boston Fiber Company and a mini skein set from me, naturally dyed mini skeins. And you can choose fingering weight or DK weight. And that's for participating in the make along for getting one of our patterns.
You don't have to finish anything. You literally just have to
start something and post it. Any social media you like, as long as you tag us, or if it's a social media that we are not on, you just screenshot it and email it to us. Email it to the store.
Do you have Blue Sky?
I have a Blue Sky, but I have never checked it.
I don't have it. But yeah, I also.
So if you use Blue Sky, send us a screenshot because we won't see that.
Nothing. I don't have anything against Blue Sky. It is not. There's no reason to not. Have
there's
it.
just too many things.
It's too many.
I can't have all those things.
No.
So that's for the main make along, and then on the 25th of July we are having a Christmas party, Christmas in July party at Sip and Stitch at Boston Fiber Company,
and there will be
Christmas cookies,
Christmas drinks,
there will be Christmas music,
Christmas. Just general cheer.
Christmas cheer. And there will be a drawing for the grand prize, which you don't have to participate in the make-along for. You just have to show up to the party.
Yep.
So this one's only for local folks, the grand prize. And it's a mystery. We will reveal what the grand prize is.
It could be anything.
So come to the party, hang out, maybe win a prize. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And even if you don't win a prize, there'll be stuff. There's going to be so much stuff.
It's just going to be fun, and there's going to be stuff. So you should come.
Yeah.
I think that's all the sort of housekeeping. We had a lot of agreement on our last episode. Nobody disagreed with us on the AI stuff.
Yeah.
So there's not really much to discuss.
It's really funny. Speaking of my dad, I honestly don't think he listens to this. I felt in the car the other day goes, do you think like AI is something like you should be using for, he was like very earnestly like, maybe you should be using it for like sizing patterns. And I was like, well, I think there are already like programs. And I was like, I don't want to be like, oh, we just had a whole discussion about this.
You absolutely should not be using AI to size your patterns.
And I was like, I think there's like programs that kind of do that already. And also like, I know that like people check, like the math is really important, but I was like, I don't want to shut you down, Dad. Cause I love my dad.
Awkward. But you got to tell, I mean, if he's telling you to use AI, you should Tell him
Oh, I said,
not
I was
to.
like, I think we're like pretty like anti-AI. But we can't.
Your dad does the music for this show.
Yeah.
The intro and outro music.
I literally couldn't exist without Steve. So
Steve Dingle. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
We love you. We hate AI.
We hate AI so much.
So yeah, should we get into this?
Yeah.
Well, should we say what we're? Well, I'll say what I'm wearing.
Say what you're wearing, because I'm not.
You could say what you're wearing.
I mean, I'm wearing a dress. It's from Noble. I'm actually a big fan. I want like 40 of them.
It's cute. I like it a lot.
There's a longer version that I think I want to get for the fall.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what are you wearing?
I am wearing the Newton Corner top. I don't know if you can really see it on the screen, but it's like cables.
It's really cute.
Real cute
I really like it.
It's so cute. It's very fun. This was a test knit that I did for my friend Sophie. I don't know her last name. Oops, sorry, Sophie. Friend of the podcast, Sophie. Soph Knits a Lot is her handle. I'll tag her below. But you can find, and I'll put the link to the pattern in the description as well, so you can find it. I knit this a couple years ago. This is the Manos del Uruguay Feliz, which is a modal and wool blend.
What's modal?
Modal is like it's like lyocell. It's like a beech wood, I think. That has been turned it. So it's like a semi-synthetic.
Yeah,
because it's like
it's still synthetic.
It's like technically made from like trees, but there's a lot of synthetic processing. I think it's 30 70.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Very fun, very nice for summer.
You really rock the tank top over a t-shirt.
I'm loving the. Oops, sorry. I'm loving the. I love a tank top over a t-shirt. Just because, I don't know, it feels more sophisticated.
Yeah,
it feels layered and fun and
yeah. Do you have a Christmas hot take?
I have so many Christmas hot takes. Wait, we haven't talked about what we're knitting.
Oh my god, I forgot. What are you knitting?
So I'm knitting a new sample of my Just So Classic. It's a top-down raglan worsted weight pattern. It's like very, very beginner friendly.
It's going to be our knit a sweater class.
Yes, it's going to be the Learn to Knit a Sweater class at Boston Fiber Company. So I'm using Loopy Mango Dream. I
actually did bring a sweater with me today that's in Loopy Mango Dream.
Ooh, oh yeah, your cardigan.
Because it's going to be cold at the baseball game tonight.
It's going to be chilly tonight. Yeah, this is a great. I
really like it
for sweaters. It's very soft and cozy, and it's worsted weight, so it goes by really quickly.
And it's not superwash, but it's like still really soft.
It's very soft,
which I know is like
for non-superwash.
There's lots of non-superwash that's very soft, but it's I don't want to not dismissing non-superwash.
Well, it's merino.
Yeah,
so it's very soft. And it is like technically single ply, but then it has that one strand that wraps around it, so that it's like held together a little better. So this is going to come out in the next couple of weeks, probably, once I finish it and get it tech edited again. Because this pattern is like 5 years old and it just needed a little update. And so you can come into Boston Fiber Company and see this sweater. Yeah. And you can take a class and learn how to knit it if you've never knit a sweater. What are you knitting?
I'm knitting some 2 at a time socks, which I actually think I was knitting last time, but I finished the last ones. I actually finished them yesterday. And then these are in. Here's this is my organizational system. These are in Bumblebee Acres Farm, Superwash Merino DK.
Wait, cute.
And it's from the their Lord of the Rings collection, which
if you're
our Lord of the
Rings yarn
collection launched last week, so it'll be like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
So the Lord of the Rings yarn is out, and it is beautiful.
It's really nice, and there's mini sets. The mini sets are going really fast. So is our Galadriel colorway. So if those are things that you're interested in, I would say get them sooner rather than later.
Snap them up.
My favorite is the Fangorn. Also,
I like Fangorn.
I Am No Man is really nice. I like, when you like look at something and you're like, yeah, that's nice, and then like you look at it more and you're like, wow,
you just like it more and more.
This is good.
Yeah,
it's good.
We should get rid of that.
Don't look at the trash.
What makes noise?
Just shoving it back here. I bet if you pulled out these cushions, there's trash that I've shoved.
There's probably a ton of stitch markers.
Oh, there's so many stitch markers.
Okay, should we get into the episode?
Yeah, tell
Do you
me.
want to talk about the history of Christmas in July?
Yeah,
Do you know the history of Christmas
I
in July?
don't.
I didn't either until this morning when I looked it up. I always assumed it was like a retail gimmick. I thought it was just like a fun little like
Though I've never done like having worked retail since for the
Yeah.
last million years of my life. I've never done Christmas in July.
Oh,
It's like never
okay.
been a thing.
I think it's gone out of fashion lately.
Yeah.
But it originally started. So Christmas in July actually originally started at a summer camp in North Carolina in the 1930s.
Oh.
And the kids were just like, let's do like just for fun. They were like, let's do Christmas in July, and they sang carols and they used cotton wool as fake snow, and they put out their laundry bags as stockings to get presents in. And then it kind of spread, I guess, a little bit around like the summer camp circuit. And
That's so funny.
And then in 1940, a film came out called Christmas in July. I have never seen that film. I don't know what it's about. But that kind of got the term anyway, like into the sort of got the term recognized, I guess, by the wider world. And then in the 40s, churches started doing donation drives starting in July for gifts. Like they would collect gifts to then donate at the holidays. So they would start in July so that they would have like a lot of gifts to donate, I guess. And the USPS, the Postal Service, started doing that as well during World War II. They would collect gifts starting in July to send to soldiers overseas. And then, it wasn't until after World War II that it became like a retail thing where stores started using it as like a summer sale.
That's so cool.
But yeah, that's how we got Christmas in July. And nowadays, people like it, I think, because like people in the Southern Hemisphere celebrate Christmas in July because it's actually winter. So they can actually celebrate the way it's meant to be celebrated because it's a winter holiday.
I feel like my first like actual Christmas in July introduction was watching like an Australian TV show, and they were doing Christmas in July, and
because you can do the winter thing, you can do snow and hot cocoa,
and it was really hard for me to wrap. Like I couldn't. I was like, it's snowing, and they're singing Christmas music, and it was like a ghost story, which is my favorite type of Christmas.
Yeah,
but it's not actually Christmas, and I feel my brain like couldn't handle it. But also it was a very good, it was great. It was a great episode of television.
I celebrated Christmas one year in New Zealand, actual Christmas in December, because I was living in New Zealand, and we had Christmas in the summer in December, and it was super weird. And I didn't like it. I love New Zealand. I love living in New Zealand, but I really did not like. I mean, it was fine. I had a great time, but I was like, I never want to do that again. Because I was working at a shopping mall, and like Santa, I worked at a cafe, and like right across from the cafe was Santa in his sleigh, and he was wearing like the whole suit and hat and beard and all of it. And he was like dying. So he kept like running over to the cafe for cups of ice water. And I was like, this poor man in this like polyester suit.
Yeah. And like
in like 85-degree weather.
I was gonna say, it's like
it's hot and gross.
It's a hot place.
It was very weird. But then like for Christmas, instead of having Christmas dinner, I had Christmas breakfast with like, we had like a little fry up, and we had like mimosas.
That's fun.
On the patio. It was actually kind of nice, but it was like very weird, and I never
I wouldn't be into that.
But so that's sort of the history of Christmas in July. Do you have, I guess maybe that's one of my hot takes. We don't really have a real topic today other than just general like Christmas takes, I guess. One of my hot takes is that I don't like summer Christmas. I don't like warm Christmas. Fair. I don't like a tropical Christmas. I want like a proper like Northern European, it's freezing cold. It's dark. Winter, midwinter solstice festival. That's what I want.
I mean, my hot take is I think Christmas is a time for sadness. And well, I think it's the shortest. I mean, Christmas isn't the shortest day of the year, but it's like the shortest days of the year. It's really dark. I want to tell ghost stories.
Yes.
Like I want that kind of Christmas, and like I like sad Christmas music, which doesn't translate to retail Christmas. And my other hot take is I love retail Christmas.
I love both.
But retail Christmas doesn't exist on Christmas. Like retail Christmas is done, like we close the 23rd.
Yeah, retail Christmas is the month, the whole month of December, basically.
And November.
And even November.
I honestly think for us, retail Christmas starts October.
Yeah.
And
I start selling Christmas stuff in October. Like that's when my sales start going up. I personally don't do, my business doesn't really start. I mean, I do the SOA Winter Festival. So that starts on Black Friday, which, you know.
But we'll have, I mean, we don't put Christmas stuff out until like mid-November because I can only torture my employees so much. And we don't do Christmas music until Black Friday. But we'll start selling for Christmas in October.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm guessing because we're doing Christmas in July, we're gonna have a bunch of like, you know, red and green things.
Yeah, you have those like Christmas socks.
Yeah, I've got, and we're gonna put out our Christmas yarn collection again.
Yes.
And we're taking the pistachio color out of Holly Jolly, which was, it doesn't really, so the Holly Jolly colorway had a pistachio color in it, and it didn't do that well, but the mohair didn't have the pistachio in it because it just like didn't show up. And the mohair did really well.
Okay,
so now we're doing it without the pistachio, so it'll be
pistachio.
I like it too, but it just it kind of like muddied with the, I think, the other pastels.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, that's exciting. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I love retail Christmas. I love like happy, fun Christmas music and like shopping and like the vibes of going into a store and seeing all the Christmas decorations. But then I do also love kind of, like a sadder, quieter.
Yeah.
I love like In the Bleak Midwinter. That's such a good song.
So good.
And like a reflective Christmas, I think because it is, again, traditionally, the way I celebrate Christmas is really more like Yule. Yeah. And so I do all the traditional sort of, what you would do like in the winter when it's dark and cold and you're stuck inside all day and you get to like reflect on the year rather than, you know, working as much as normal. Even though I do work because retail Christmas, I end up working way more. Yeah. In the lead up to Christmas. But then I sort of take January and do all the reflection and all that, which is nice.
Yeah, I always take the week between Christmas and New Year off, which is like there's always stuff to do, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I like
that time.
I like a quiet, reflective Christmas. What do you have any other Christmas takes? Here's one of mine that is pretty spicy, I think.
Yeah,
I hate gift knitting, which is not necessarily Christmas, but a lot of people knit gifts for Christmas. I hate it. I totally respect people who do it. I know a lot of people do it, and I love that for you, but I refuse. I will knit very occasionally. I will knit small, like ornaments for people.
I wish I hated gift knitting.
Yeah,
because I don't get it done in time.
That's the problem.
It's so stressful.
It's stressful.
And then I make nothing for myself.
And it's unnecessary, I think. I will knit. So because my Yuletide collection has a couple of like little like ornaments and baubles and stuff. Just like little fun things. And those I will knit for gifts, especially because I know people can use it because I'm like, it's a tree ornament. Put it on your tree. Yeah. I don't like knitting gifts for people when I'm like, oh, I guess I could like knit everybody a hat. But then it's like, okay, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to you, but I think I missed it. Oh no, I think I just forgot to increase.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I don't know if they like want a hat of that color. I don't know if they want, like if they already have too many hats or scarves or socks or whatever. Or like, especially with hand knit socks, a lot of people are like afraid to wear them. Yeah. And like I don't use superwash, so I don't want to make people socks that they have to hand wash. Yeah. Nobody wants to do that. And so I just I don't like gift knitting. Unless it's like cute little trinkety things. Yeah. Or unless it's specifically requested by somebody that I have offered to knit something for. Because if somebody requests something, then I'm like, no, because you can't make requests. That's not how gifts work. But if I'm like, hey, I want to knit you something, what would you like? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I would really love a hat.
It's so nice to like, here's the thing, I love gift giving.
Okay. I do like gift giving.
Like, and so it's like I would, that is my, I know like love languages are fake.
Yeah.
Also
No,
fake
yeah.
news, but gift giving is my love language.
Yeah.
And I don't actually care about gift receiving. I mean, it's nice to get a gift. I
Yeah.
love a gift, but I don't like, it's not a thing that makes me feel the same way as giving a gift.
I agree.
And then like when my friends send me pictures of their little toesies in their socks, it's
Okay, that's
so
fair.
nice.
I like gift giving, but I want it to be separate from my work. I think that's the other issue is because it's my job that I'm just like, I don't want,
it's not,
I enjoy the process.
knitting
of,
is
like,
not my job.
Yeah. I think that's maybe the difference is because knitting's my job. It's not fun for me to like gift knit. Whereas I love gift giving because it's like the creativity of like thinking of what somebody might like and then going out and finding it. And because I do the SOA Winter Festival every year, I usually end up just buying stuff from the other vendors. Yeah. Because I'm there already. And I like to support my fellow vendors, you know. But
that's usually where I do all of my Christmas shopping.
Yeah. It's fun to wander around and be like, oh, my brother really likes hot sauce. I'll go to the hot sauce guy and like all that stuff. But yeah, not a fan of gift knitting. I really respect people who do it. We have a friend who knits like socks for his whole family.
Yeah. But he's already done.
He's already done. He starts in January and now he's done. It's end of June and he's done, which is crazy.
Yeah. And he does like multiple pairs for his family.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family got socks last year except for one person. Yeah. And that was because it's so much work.
It's a lot of work. Socks are actually a lot of work. I don't know if like non-knitters don't really realize because they're small, so they think they're easy.
Yeah.
But and there's a lot of stitches.
A DK sock is easier for sure.
Yeah, but it's probably still more work. It's probably more stitches than a hat.
Oh yeah. And like these socks will not be like full length socks because like the last ones I did were the whole, I mean, it was like whatever, 100 grams. They're long.
Pretty tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Socks are, But if you love somebody enough to knit them socks, or if somebody loves you enough to knit you socks, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also, talking about Ron already being done with his Christmas knitting, Leon Day, which was 2 days ago as we're recording. It was on the 25th of June.
Yeah.
It's the halfway point to Christmas. So it's Leon Day because it's Noel spelled backwards. I also recently found out if you Google Leon Day, I think that's like a baseball player.
That's really funny.
But it's also the halfway point to Christmas. It's June 25th. That is the traditional start of the Christmas crafting period. Yeah. That's when you're supposed to, if you're doing any Christmas crafting, if you're doing any sewing, quilting, knitting, crocheting,
you're supposed to
start on Leon Day so that you have enough time to finish before Christmas and you're not stressed and scrambling.
These aren't not probably going to be a Christmas present unless I finish them when I see Amy, before I see Amy. And I think they're for Amy. I don't know who they're for.
Yeah, you also need a plan. If you are going to be gift knitting, you need a better plan than whatever Sarah's doing right now.
Okay, here's the thing. I have the same size feet as Amy, and I also have the same size feet as like 7 other friends. So they're for somebody.
That actually is another good strategy, though, is just knitting a bunch of socks if you all have the same size feet, roughly.
And then I just like pick hats by color.
Yeah, you can just like knit a bunch and then let people pick.
Yeah.
I do actually end up giving a lot of not my hand knit stuff, but I will machine knit.
Oh yeah.
On my knitting loom. I have a little knitting loom, circular knitting loom. And that's how I make all my products for my markets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Those I will give to people if they like request it. If they're like, oh, I really need a new hat. I'm like, do you want an alpaca hat that I've made? And they're like, yes. And then I will give them that. But that's different because it takes
an hour.
Significantly less time. It takes about an hour.
Like from start to finish, it's an hour.
And it's just inventory. It's not, I'm not like dedicating a week of my life to making one gift.
Yeah. Well, and like, it's hard. And then like, I got Jeannie who I want to make 1,000 things for.
Well, yeah. Knitting for babies is just always fun.
It's always the best. I also, the real problem with it is I have nothing knitted for myself.
Right.
Like I don't have a knitted wardrobe.
Right, because you're always gift knitting.
Like I have more than I've had, but not that much.
You need to focus on some
Gotta be selfish.
knitting. Yeah.
Taking a selfish.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? What's your favorite? Give me some of your favorite Christmas movies, rather, or like.
Okay. You know, what Hallmark movie is one of my favorite Christmas movies? It's
Yes.
from like a few years ago. I want to say it came out, I think, post 2020. Here's the thing, is the last 5 years, who knows how long it's been and
Yeah.
when that was.
But also there was like definitely a marked shift
Yes.
in Hallmark film quality.
Yeah.
After
Well, there's
2020.
there's a road trip one with like knockoff Anna Camp and Chad Michael Murray.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, it's so good. It's like before they started having like explicitly gay storylines, and then
Okay.
there's like two guys who like live together
Oh,
and
sure.
like have like and it does have like an insane line in it about like the wise men that like my friend, so Amy, who these socks are made before, is a theologian. So like watching Christmas movies with a theologian is very funny.
Oh my gosh.
Especially like Hallmark Christmas movies where like the theology is like
very iffy.
Yeah.
Well, just everything in Hallmark movies is very iffy, but
but that is a really good one. I can't remember the name of it. I also really like there's a movie, I don't think it's a Hallmark movie. It's on Netflix, maybe.
Okay. Netflix has some good ones.
Called The Spirit of Christmas, about a woman who like inherits an inn that's haunted by a ghost.
Wait, I love that.
At Christmas time, and they fall in love.
Oh my gosh, of course they do.
And I don't remember all of it, but I've seen it a few times, and I don't remember all of it.
I'm gonna have
I've
to look
seen it
that one up
multiple
because that
times.
sounds so good.
I do think the first time I saw it, I fell asleep while I was watching it, but
I do love a ghost. There's a lot of ghosts. I mean, Christmas is traditionally a time for ghost stories anyway. So I love when Hallmark does
me too.
A ghost.
Actually, my ultimate favorite Christmas movie is Muppet Christmas Carol.
I love Muppet Christmas Carol.
It's the best one.
It's the best version of A Christmas Carol. It's the best Muppet movie. Oh. It's the best Muppet movie. It's better than Treasure Island.
Is it?
Yes. A Muppet Christmas Carol is the best Muppet movie.
That's a hot take. But here's the thing. Muppet Treasure Island has the line where the guy goes, "I think I smell something burning," and he's standing in a fire, which is really funny. And funny. They have the rats are on vacation.
Sure, but it's not as good as A Christmas Carol.
Tim Curry?
I do love Tim Curry, but
over Michael Caine?
It's not as good. Here's my thing with Michael Caine in A Christmas Carol is everybody is like, this is a Muppet film. That's true. Michael Caine is puppets. It's so unserious. And Michael Caine is like, this is the most serious job I've ever done.
And he's doing so good.
And he takes it so seriously. And I love that.
Yeah, but Tim Curry absolutely,
I know,
crushes it. And also like has a romantic storyline with Miss Piggy.
I know. Okay, Treasure Island is good, but
Muppet Treasure Island is so good.
It's just not. I just don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
it's okay.
Gonna watch it once a year, you know.
Oh, I probably watch it once a year.
See, I'm not.
Here's a really hard thing: is this is insane to me. It's one of my favorites. I could quote it all the time. The Cabin Fever song is so good.
I've seen it twice. I don't even.
Oh, it's so good. And they're like the sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing.
This is a Christmas episode. This is not a Muppet Treasure Island episode.
Sorry. I mean, I Muppet Christmas Carol is
the best. So good. I also really like. I'm a big fan of Elf. Controversially, I think.
I am not. Tell me.
I just love Elf.
That's good.
I just think it's so fun. I think it was also. I think it's one of the few.
I go back and forth on Will Ferrell is kind of my thing.
I don't really care too much about Will Ferrell in general. I think I just really like Elf, and I think it was kind of like the first modern Christmas movie, I feel like, that actually became a classic.
Yeah.
Like I rewatch it every year. It's just so
Home Alone
and fun. Home Alone. Yeah, Home Alone.
I actually don't like Home Alone that much.
I'm not a big fan of Home Alone.
It's fine. It stresses me out.
I also just feel like Home Alone was the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like Elf is the first of this century.
Yeah.
Because it was 2003.
This millennium.
And I just, I don't know. I just really like it. It's just very nostalgic for me. It's got a good mix of like like New York at Christmas, but
Yeah.
then also like North Pole and like
Yeah,
elf land.
that's true.
I
do
and
love
elf culture.
elf culture. I
Um,
love New York at Christmas. That's my. I just generally
I
like
love
New York.
a film about New York at
Oh,
Christmas.
I love New York at Christmas.
I don't think I would actually enjoy New York at Christmas itself. I've never been to New York at Christmas time. I love Boston at Christmas.
I do love Boston
I love
at
going
Christmas.
to the Common. I love
Yeah.
the Common tree lighting.
Yeah. I do love.
I love the Nova Scotia tree for Boston.
Yeah. I have driven. I've seen it driving. Like I've been like on the highway and seen it driving because we used to do Thanksgiving in Connecticut, and we would like drive to Connecticut like on 95, and then
you'd see the tree.
And we'd see the tree driving.
I
think no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, wait. Why would they go
not to Connecticut?
South?
I don't know. I've been driving and seen the tree.
I'm sure you have. It is on the road for a long time. I follow it on social media. I track the tree and it because it stops in.
Did you, when you were little, did you track Santa on
the Santa tracker?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course I did. I stopped believing in Santa when I was like 6 years old, though. But I still like believed in the. I was like, I'll still track Santa.
Don't say it. Santa's not real.
I mean,
Santa is within all of us.
Santa is within all of us. No, but I stopped. I knew it was my parents when I was like 6.
Because
they had the same handwriting. I'm like, I'm not stupid.
I remember saying that to my mom, and my mom was like, well, Santa needs help. And I was like, fair enough.
Oh, see, I guess maybe my parents maybe they weren't committed to it enough. Because, well, I also had 2 older brothers. And they both were like, Santa's not real.
Are you the youngest?
I'm the youngest.
So I think it's like I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I mean, oldest of 2.
Right.
I'm
the youngest of 3.
There's also a chance that my sister still believes. My sister's 32. She might still believe in Santa. Because
if your parents are still committed.
Nora believed in Santa for, this is just, so I think like I was an atheist before I stopped believing in Santa.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, God isn't real, but Santa is.
Oh, it took me like 6 years to become an atheist.
That's really funny. I was just like, I loved it. Like, it's so fun.
Well, that's the thing is I stopped believing in Santa, but I was like, I'll go along with it though, because like this is just fun and I love Christmas.
So like I do remember I was like 8 or 9, and I remember saying to my mom, like, Santa's not real, right? And my mom was like, Santa's like the love we feel.
Santa's an abstract concept.
Yeah. Santa's like us showing. Here's my other hot take about Christmas. It's get yourself a mom with trauma, and you get a great Christmas.
Oh no.
Get yourself a mom who grew up poor. She'll buy you a lot of stuff for Christmas.
She'll go crazy for Christmas.
It's really nice.
A mom who grew up poor but is no longer poor.
Yes,
is the important
key.
bit.
The key is a mom who grew up poor but now has an income. And
what was the best Christmas gift you ever got as a kid?
Oh, my Samantha American Girl doll.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice. I remember.
Nice one.
I was 6 years old.
Mine was.
I remember the box. Like I remember
they did come in cool boxes.
They came in, and I remember like it was like a specific size box. And I remember walking down the stairs, seeing it under the tree, and like,
you were like,
knowing.
"That's Samantha." Yeah. I got mine wasn't even wrapped because it was too big to be wrapped. I got a Barbie hotel.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We had a Barbie dreamboat.
Okay, mine had a working elevator.
I think my friend had that. I don't think I had that.
So fun.
I might have been a little too old for the Barbie hotel.
Yeah, you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
I loved my Barbie hotel. I also, it's funny because like I was very much a tomboy as a kid, but then I also loved to play with dolls. So I was like, I got like a skateboard one year, but then also a Barbie hotel.
Yeah. I did get
I would get like Hot Wheels and then like Polly Pockets. Like
I think I got a video camera one year. I can't remember if I got it for Christmas or not, but that was a really good.
That's a good.
And I used to film. My friend and I would do stop motion Barbie videos.
Oh my god, I love that. That's fun.
Where they'd be like trapped on an island together.
Yeah, I loved. Yeah, we always had good Christmases.
Yeah, I love Christmas.
Yeah, I do remember the skateboard was a bad gift though because I then tried to use it, which was a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up with a lot of blood on my.
Yeah, that's fair. I had friends who had skateboards.
I'm way too clumsy for a skateboard.
Yeah, we used to. This is like really unsafe. So when I grew up, we were on a dead end, and it was like a little sloped hill.
Uh-oh.
And at the bottom of the dead end was like a busy street.
Yeah.
Like a busy street that people sped on.
Yeah.
And like not that busy, but like busy enough that we shouldn't have been.
Kids should not be playing.
What we were doing, which was we had like one of those like wagon things, and we would all sit in the wagon, and then we would tie the skateboard to the wagon, and my friend would sit on the skateboard, and we just go down the hill as fast as we could.
That towards the street?
Towards the street.
That's not.
I mean, usually we would stop before the street.
Usually. I once was sledding. We had
I love sledding. See, this is the thing about winters. I love
winter.
Yeah.
We were sledding I grew up in St. Louis, and we went to Art Hill, where the art museum is, and you would sled down the big hill, but at the bottom of the hill is a lake. And so they would put hay bales along the lake to like stop you from going into the lake. Nobody ever went into the lake as far as I knew, but we were going so fast.
I once again messed this up. But keep talking to me.
I went so fast down the hill, and I hit the hay bale really hard. I flew out of the sled and like flipped up on top of the stack of hay bales.
Oh my god!
I had the wind totally knocked out of me, and I was like just lying on top of this hay bale, like not breathing.
Oh my god.
I was totally fine. I was perfectly fine, but it was a little scary.
Yeah, that is scary. Yeah.
When was the last time you went sledding? I was in college.
A really long time, yeah. It's been a long time.
That.
I miss sledding too. I love sledding.
Sledding.
Have you ever been dog sledding?
No, but
I went dog
sledding.
So fun. And when I was in high school, we used to do a Quebec trip every year.
Yeah.
And we did when I was a senior, maybe, I think, we went dog sledding, and it was so much fun.
That would be really, really
The dogs are really stinky. That's my memory of it, is the dogs were stinky, and I had so much fun. Like, I was like, am I sporty? Like, am I into sports?
I would be if the dogs were doing all the work.
Yeah. Well, but you're like on the back, you're steering
yeah. But you're not like running.
No.
We got so off topic.
What was...
I'm just thinking of questions about Christmas.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
I mean, In the Bleak Winter. Actually, you know what my favorite Christmas song is? Specifically?
Yeah.
Bing Crosby and David Bowie singing the Little Drummer Boy / whatever.
Yeah, it's Little Drummer Boy, and
I love a mashup.
Yeah, I can't remember what the other one is. That's so funny. I hate that song. I hate Little Drummer Boy and like any variation of it.
I don't really care about
hate it.
Little Drummer Boy, but their voices are so beautiful.
They are very
and there's
well
actually
matched.
A version of it that's Jason Segel and Jack Black from like some sort of like, I think it's from like a Christmas special that they did.
Okay.
Like when Jason Segel was really famous for that hot sack.
Yeah.
And like the
and
2010s.
when Jack Black didn't suck as much.
Yeah. But it's really good, and their voices are also beautiful.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I do like Bing Crosby, and I do like David Bowie, obviously, but I'm just not a fan of, I don't know. It's not a fan of Little Drummer Boy.
I wouldn't listen to it regularly.
I wouldn't choose to
also,
listen to
the Destiny's Child Carol of the Bells is really good.
Oh, I don't think I know it. I recently acquired at a vintage market a CD, a compact disc of...
How do you even play that thing?
Of the Mary, Kate, and Ashley Cool Yule party. And it's Mary, Kate, and Ashley. It's from 1999, I believe. So it's like young Mary, Kate, and Ashley. And it's just a bunch of like hit Christmas songs, but with Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
That is
Friends. It's so good, you guys. It's such a good album.
And Friends.
No, I love any and all Christmas music. I don't know if I have a favorite song.
I like
I don't love... It depends on the type. I'm not super into like religious Christmas music.
Yeah.
Because like Christmas isn't religious to me.
Yeah, and I don't like the ones that are like
version of Christmas.
That are like what's the one? Christmas shoes.
Oh, I hate
Christmas shoes.
I hate Christmas shoes. I listen to a podcast. It's a daily, like year-long podcast called Deck the Hallmark, and they talk about Hallmark Christmas movies.
Daily?
5 days a week. All year. Monday through Friday, every...
Oh my god, that's like a job.
It is. No,
I mean, I know podcasting is a job.
No. They have a whole... That's their whole thing.
Wow.
Is Deck the Hallmark. They have a whole podcast network. They have a like a festival for it. They have like a podcast.
That's
like,
amazing.
Yeah. I love them, but it's such a stupid podcast. It's so good. But one of their traditions is on Christmas Eve, the episode that goes out Christmas Eve, they all sing Christmas shoes together because they hate it so much.
That's
and
really funny.
So funny to listen to these guys who are like not singers at all.
Yeah.
Like built out Christmas
I don't
shoes,
actually
start to
know.
finish.
I've only heard it like twice in my life.
It's not a good song.
And it's so stupid.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
This is another controversial Deck the Hallmark opinion. Is Hallelujah a Christmas song?
No.
Okay. I agree, but also
Hallelujah. Can I tell you a funny Hallelujah story?
Yes.
Unrelated to Christmas?
Yes.
So my grandma's funeral.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This is how it starts. My grandma was super old when she died.
Okay.
She's 98.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's okay.
All right.
We miss her, but was time. Sure. So I have these little cousins who are like second cousins, my grandma's great grandchildren, who were like, they're triplets, and I want to say this was like 5 years ago, so maybe they were like, how old are they now? Maybe they're like 12 now, so like they were like 7, and they stood up with like one of those like karaoke things to sing a song, and they said, "This is Hallelujah" by Pentatonics, and sang it at my grandma's funeral. And I went, "This is a song about fucking."
That is so funny.
Not by Pentatonics.
And it's not by Pentatonics. Here's my thing. I agree that it's not a Christmas song. However,
yeah,
I love the Pentatonics version, and I love hearing it at Christmas time when you make it Christmassy.
Okay.
There are certain Christmas songs that are not Christmas songs.
My grandma also didn't die at Christmas. This was like October.
Oh, okay. But I feel like there are certain songs that you can make Christmassy just by like adding some jingle bells. Like Kesha's version of Holiday Road.
Yeah.
Is very Christmassy. That's not the holiday in Holiday Road is not about Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas song. But I love it anyway.
That's true. I do
like
that
you throw some jingle bells in there and it's fine. It's Christmas.
I don't love an original Christmas song. Don't come out. Well, and not that there can't be good original Christmas songs. There are newer Christmas songs that I like.
Yes. But
it's a hard sell for me.
I was going to say, yeah, I like some, but it's trickier. I think there were too many pop Christmas songs put out like maybe 10 years ago or so. And a lot of people who should never have written Christmas songs were writing Christmas songs, and they were bad.
Yeah. I do love Justin Bieber's Under the Mistletoe.
I was about to say that I hate that song.
And what's the Ariana Grande one?
I like the Santa Tell Me. Yeah. I like that one.
Santa Tell Me.
I like Ariana's. Here's my thing about the Justin Bieber one. If you just took out when he says shoddy, it would be a perfect song.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be Justin Bieber.
I know, but I'm like, it would be a perfect song if we just took that out.
Shoddy.
He says it so weird too, because he's Justin Bieber.
Yeah, because he's Canadian.
Anyway. Yeah. I do have strong opinions about Christmas music. When I used to work retail, we were not allowed to play Christmas music in the store because the owners were like, absolutely not. That's too much. We're not subjecting people to that. And I was like, fine. But then
whatever.
We ran a little pop-up that was outside the store just for the holidays. And it was such a small pop-up that there would only be one employee working at a time.
So you could just pick whatever you wanted.
And we had a Pandora station, and they were like, you could just do whatever you want on Pandora. And I was like, okay, I am going to curate the best like retail Christmas, because retail Christmas songs are different from Christmas songs, right?
Yes.
They have to be upbeat, they have to be fun, they have to be happy, they have to encourage people to buy stuff. And so I was like, I'm going to curate the best retail Christmas playlist. I'm going to
curate the best retail Christmas playlist the world has ever seen.
Yeah, and I did. And then because it was Pandora, so I had to do it. It's so hard to do. I couldn't just make a playlist. I was like, I had to sit there for hours and hours, like training this algorithm to be the best retail Christmas radio station. And I did it, and I told all of my coworkers, I was like, if anybody touches my playlist, I will kill you. I was like, I am working so hard on this.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, and it was amazing, and I had such a good time.
You know what Christmas song I really like?
What?
is Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh, see? Yeah, not a fan.
I love Baby It's Cold Outside. And there's a version with Rufus Wainwright and I forget who else.
I do love
From
Rufus.
Okay, here's the thing. There's this Christmas album that Starbucks put out.
Uh-oh.
Boo Starbucks.
Boo Starbucks.
But this was Starbucks. It was when I like first moved to Boston, so like 2012, 2013, 2014, like a long time ago.
Did we move to Boston at the same time?
Yeah, probably because you were going to college and I had graduated from college.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I moved here in 2012.
Okay.
September of 2012. So
yeah, I moved 2013. Okay, cool.
What was I saying?
Starbucks.
So Starbucks used to put out a Christmas album every year.
I remember that. You know what? I remember that, and I remember the Rufus Wainwright.
Yeah.
And
there's it's called oh my god, I forget what the name of the album is called, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's got like the Head and the Heart singing "What Are You Doing New Year's Eve," which is a really good song.
It's got a lot of good ones.
So good. And Rufus Wainwright is singing "Baby It's Cold Outside." And I don't think it's like, I mean, I'm guessing it's just like a playlist they put together that they sold.
Yeah.
But it's very good. Also, the guy who wrote Supernatural, maybe, or like one of the people from Supernatural, put out an album called Christmas with Friends.
Oh. Okay.
A bit ago. And it is 80% very good. It is 20% bad.
Okay, that's fair.
But it is
80. You can't have.
Well, and it's like all the people from Supernatural, so some of them like can't sing.
Right.
And some of them, like Jensen Ackles, who sings wow, I can't remember the song name.
What are the vibes?
Oh, the one from the movie that's like, but I'll have to muddle through somehow. Where they take out.
Oh, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He sings that
from Meet Me in St. Louis.
Not
a Christmas movie,
but a great song. And Jensen Ackles sings that with "We Have to Muddle Through Somehow," which is a better line than "Hang a shining star from the highest bower."
They
whatever
flip.
It is.
Yeah, that one has an interesting history because, like, in the film, I think they.
She says we'll meet in New York or something like that.
Right. So then the actual song is like different from the film song. And then it's been changed throughout the years. But I like the muddle through because that's in the spirit of the original song because they're like, yeah, everything sucks.
Yeah, and you have to get through.
We'll get through it.
Yeah, you'll get through to this like wonderful holiday, and I love it. And anyway,
I love that song.
It's like makes me cry every time I hear the Jensen Ackles version.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I have not heard it. I'll have to check it out. I've never seen that film.
Me neither. And you're from St. Louis.
Well, I grew up there, but I don't really feel any emotional attachment to it.
That's fair.
But I was also going to say another hot take that I have is like the way we define a Christmas movie, because I have very strong opinions about this.
Yeah.
And according to my very strong opinions on how to define a Christmas movie, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Die Hard is a movie that takes place at Christmas.
Yeah.
And here's my other thing. So I will also modify that by saying a lot of people have a tradition of watching Die Hard at Christmas time. That's fine. It just still doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas tradition to watch Die Hard.
Yeah.
That's fine. Not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
In order to be a Christmas movie, it has to have a Linus moment. And a Linus moment is where if you pause the film, there has to be a point where you could pause the film and have Linus pop up and say, and that's the true meaning of Christmas, Charlie Brown, and for it to like make sense. Like there has to be a moment where you could be like, and that's the true meaning of Christmas.
Okay.
So if it doesn't have a Linus moment, which Die Hard does not, it's not a Christmas movie, in my opinion.
You know what movie I'm sad I don't like anymore?
What?
Love Actually.
Oh, I still really like Love Actually. I know. It's
I had
bad.
like very wonderful memories of watching Love Actually, but I can't watch it now. Honestly,
here's really the thing. Bad.
Here's the thing. I could watch it, except now I'm like radicalized on fat stuff. And
it's very fat phobic.
So fat phobic, and I just can't do it.
It's very fat phobic. It's like it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of all of the bad things that you're not supposed to be. I do just love the one thing I do love about it that does, I think, hold up still is when
it does have a Linus moment.
It does have a Linus moment.
Yeah.
I love when Hugh Grant's prime minister is like, I hate America. I was like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That holds up, but the
Yeah.
rest of it, the rest of it's pretty bad. I still love it though, and I
Yeah.
still watch it every year. I also really love The Holiday. I love The Holiday.
I love The Holiday.
I want, and it's so funny too because I'm like that part
Speaking of Jack
England.
Black,
Oh yeah, I forgot Jack Black's in it.
but Jack Black should have been cast as more romantic leads.
He was really good in that.
He was really good in it, and
Yeah.
he's sweet and cute and
He's very
fun.
sweet. Yeah, as an actor, he sucks now. As a person, he sucks now. But as an actor, at the time, he was very good at that. Yeah. I just love that one. Also, is very problematic and has a lot of issues.
Yeah, I mean,
but
problematic faves.
Problematic faves. I love that. I love that film. I just wish. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I lived in a little cozy cottage.
You know, I love the idea of like.
But I wish, so that part of England I feel like does not get snow very frequently. Maybe it did in 2005 or whatever.
Yeah, no.
But nowadays it does not. So I'm sort of like, we would have to go much further north, I think, to get that vibe. Which, that's fine. I'll go to the north of Scotland and live in a cozy cottage.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, that's my ideal. And like that scene where she's like she couldn't figure out how to turn on the furnace or whatever, so she's wearing like a hat and scarf and like 3 sweaters, and she's like sitting in bed with like a tray of food. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that does sound really good.
That's my ideal Christmas.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other Christmas movies. I honestly feel like Christmas is such a busy time for me that I don't even watch that much.
So this is my other thing. I just signed up again. I do this every year. I sign up for Hallmark Plus and pay for it for like 2 months in the summer. Because
that's what I should do.
This is when I do all my inventory. This is when I'm sitting at my knitting loom making inventory for the Winter Festival. Fair. And I use the Christmas movies to like motivate me to do it.
Yeah.
So I watch a ton of Christmas movies in the summer.
That is what I should do. Excuse me.
Because then I'm too busy at Christmas time to actually watch movies. Yeah. And like bake stuff. Oh, I love baking and stuff.
I do like baking a lot. My grandma used to my grandma, I feel like Christmas for me is very much like my grandma. Yeah. I love to like, those like old light bulbs that like would definitely like burn down Christmas trees. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're my favorite. And we had all these. My aunt Inga used to crochet, like she crochet these little knitting baskets. Aww. And then put little balls of yarn in them and make knitting needles out of toothpicks.
Yes, cute.
As like ornaments. And then she did tatting and she would do snowflakes and stuff.
Cute.
Which was really fun.
Tatted snowflakes.
And my aunt Inga every year for so like when I was growing up, my aunt Inga lived in Newton, and we would drive up. This was like a crazy thing we did as a family, is we would drive up to my aunt Inga's on Christmas Eve. My aunt Inga, who was Jewish, but did Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't practice. Yeah. She didn't do much, but she would give us paper dolls, and she had a little Christmas tree, and she would give my dad Turkish Delight, and we would have bagels and lox.
Wait, that's so sweet. I love that.
And we would have brunch with her, and then I think we would like drive to my grandma's in Connecticut. Oh, wow. My grandma lives towards New York.
Whoa, that's a long drive.
We would drive a lot, and then on Christmas Day, we would drive back to Boston to be with my mom's family.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of travel.
And sometimes there'd be snow. Like, there'd be a snowstorm, and we'd drive home.
That's a lot of travel.
Yeah, it was a lot of travel. And it was really fun. It was a really nice thing. Lovely. I forget where I was going with this.
Incandescent light bulbs?
Oh, incandescent light bulbs. So my grandma every year would do... my grandma also just put all of our Christmas presents in like a giant trash bag.
Yeah.
And then would like drag it out. Like my little tiny grandma would like drag it out from the guest room.
Love that.
And when I was in high school and like really into wearing like Hot Topic and stuff, she and my mom would go to Hot Topic together, which is really cute.
That's cute.
But my grandma used to make like tons of Christmas cookies, and she would fill these giant jars with like a bunch of different kinds of Christmas cookies, but she would save the rejects, which were all the little, because she would do like the cutout Christmas cookies, and then the rejects were all just like the weird little shapes left over from cutting everything out.
Yeah.
And so we'd have these bags of like weird shaped Christmas cookies.
That's so fun.
That she'd like cover in like sugar and like, oh, it was the best.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So that's that story.
My mom used to do a Christmas cookie baking like party with all her friends.
Oh, that's fun.
Like all the like the school moms.
Yeah.
They would all get together for a day and make Christmas cookies. And so every person would be in charge of like one type of cookie. And then at the end, everybody would get like a huge platter of like a couple of all the different types of cookies. So you'd end up with like 20 different types of cookie.
That's fun.
It was so much
Yeah,
fun.
I love a cookie swap. We
Yeah.
should do a cookie. Maybe we should do a cookie swap for Christmas in July.
That could be fun. I'm gonna try to make my great grandpa's ginger molasses cookies, but gluten-free.
Oh, I love a ginger molasses cookie.
I love a ginger molasses. His is the best recipe too.
One of my favorites.
So
yeah, I would love that. Yeah. I'll probably make my grandma's sugar cookies, and then I'm gonna try to make the like walnut ball things she would make that are like rubbed in, whatever they're called. They're like rolled in powdered sugar and stuff.
Yeah, yum.
I like those. And I like the like thumbprint cookies and stuff.
I like a thumbprint, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I might make a bunch of different
stuff.
Come
to the party and you'll find out. It'll be fun. But yeah, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah,
we can do more Christmas stuff.
Yeah,
at Christmas time.
Yeah. Tell me what you have coming up.
Well, I've just released, as you're watching this, I've just released the Yuletide collection, so you can go knit all of those. I have a couple of sweaters coming later this summer that I will be looking for test knitters for. Although I'm doing test knitting differently these days. I'm doing preview knitting instead of test knitting, so that's going to look a little different. But yeah, that's kind of it. Summer is slow for me. I don't really do much in the summer, so
yeah.
What do you have coming up?
It's kind of a slow, so we have our holiday collection will be re-released. I just ordered all the yarn for it.
Yay.
Which I'm really excited about. And then also, if this comes out before July 4th,
I think it will.
So I am not a July 4th person and the best of times.
Me neither.
Just, it's not my vibe.
Not my vibe. Not a fan of America.
And then like, especially in 2025, I think it's a roughie.
It's over, you guys. America is over.
So we are closing the store because I'm gonna go to the beach.
Okay. That's fair.
And whatever, but if you sign up for our newsletter, well, actually, even if you don't sign up for our newsletter, July 4th will be free shipping on all orders. And then instead of doing a discount, we are donating 15% of all of our sales from July 4th to, is it Loose or
Loose. I don't know how to pronounce it. Luce.
I don't know either. It's
LUCE. It's the immigrant
like
network of Massachusetts.
Yeah. And then it's money towards like trainings for like what to do if you see ice and like staffing their ice hotline, and so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, love it. Good way to because not celebrate the holiday. Yeah.
And because I felt a little icky doing like a July 4th discount just because like I don't know, it's weird times.
It's weird times, you guys. But yeah, no, I think that's a good way to handle it. And yeah, that's a really good organization to donate to.
So
love that.
Buy things so we can donate money to them. We'll probably donate a little extra anyway.
And get free shipping.
Yeah. And all of our Lord of the Rings stuff is online. Everything we have is on the website. I've actually been kind of on top of it, so good for me.
Yeah, your newsletter has had a lot of
products
in it. It's been good.
If you sign up for our newsletter, I'm really sorry you are being bombarded with one email a day because I'm taking H&H to heart.
I haven't been bothered by it. I'm on your and I just see them and I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, you don't have to read them. Yeah, I mean, you can unsubscribe.
I just scroll through and look at the pictures and then and then delete. That's what I do with most newsletters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, you should like and subscribe, comment below your favorite stuff about Christmas, or if you hate Christmas, tell us why.
Yeah, I want to know. I honestly, here's the thing. I love Christmas. I don't have anything against people who hate Christmas.
That's fair. People can like whatever they like. I just love Christmas so much.
Yeah.
So,
but like whatever, valid.
Yeah, you don't have to like the same things that I like. Okay. Yeah. So like, subscribe, comment. You can donate on Ko-fi. You can follow us.
And we did get a donation on Ko-fi. Did you see that?
No, did we?
Leanne, friend,
we love you.
We love you. And
Leanne's
if you donate to us, we will also love you too.
We will love you, and we'll shout you out on the podcast.
And whenever we see you, we'll give you lots of kisses.
unless you don't want that, we won't
kiss you right on the mouth.
We won't assault you, but if you want that, we will do that.
Probably a hug, maybe.
Yeah, we'll give you a hug if we see you. Yeah, thank you for coming along on this journey with us.
Yeah.
And happy Christmas in July.
Happy Christmas in July. See ya on the 25th.
Bye.
Bye.